What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back. I'm just gonna get it set up here real quick, but welcome in, everybody. Everybody joining in, glad you could hang out today. We're getting ready for the finals. Just gonna add a little pinned message here real quick. I'm gonna go share my stream with Discord. But yeah, hope everybody's well. Today we have NRL finals. It's the last one of season 7, guys. We squeaked back in after kind of dropping the ball during the regular season. Captain Slow, shout out, thank you, Captain Slow. Couldn't make it because of his work schedule, and now I'm here. So here we are. I'm starting dead last because of that, which is about where I was going to start anyways, without screwing up the season. If I wouldn't have screwed up the season, I think I would have been about mid-pack. But here we are. So we're going to jump on track here. I just kind of wanted to watch a couple of the fast guys for a little bit before I started. I already ran a few laps offline myself. I wanted to see if I could pick up any last-second stuff here. Maybe on what they're doing. Pick up some time, you know. Yeah, we'll get on track quick here. This is going to be a crazy race because there's like so many viable strategies, right? Hey, make sure to visit McNaughty's channel. Got this sweet mug, league mug from him. So check out the store, but make sure to also check out that live broadcast today. I obviously appreciate you guys staying here, but make sure you drop over there. Give them a like at the minimum, and you know, if you're on a computer, drop an extra tab. Heck, you can even put me on mute, but watch me, but get the commentary from everybody else. Commentary is always top notch, so. All right, let's watch a full lap here, concentrating. Actually, I haven't been shifting to 5th there. Shifting to 5th to save that fuel, I'm sure. Because it's between tires and fuel, there's strategy both ways. Fuel's probably a bigger strategy than tires. But depending on what route you're going, tires can also be a limiting factor to what strategies you run. We have to run all 3 compounds, so we have to pit twice. This thing, it is a boat to handle around here. It really wants to push. You kind of got to get slowed up early, because otherwise you'll push right through the turn. So I've found slowing up earlier to get into the turn so you can get a little more direct line out of the exit. Hey, Stig, thanks for dropping in. Hope you've had a great Saturday. Just chatting basically to myself and anybody else who's lurking about how I think this race will go. Hey, Core, while watching a little bit of Sheldo to just, before I jump on track. I got our little warm-up offline already. Thanks, Johnny boy! Oh, that's right, I haven't... I need to open my chat on the side here. So when I miss it, I can see it. When multiple chats come in, that little PlayStation chat at the top just doesn't cut it. My laptop over here barely cuts it, because I can't really see it during the race, but... But yeah, I'm excited about this one. It's no pressure, you know. We're starting in last, barely got in, you know. We got in on luck that somebody couldn't make it, so we're playing with house money. Just you know, we're gonna go out there and see if you know, one day. Hey, I only got into this one off of luck, right? I screwed up my season and got lucky to get back in, so it happens. All it takes, you gotta have a good, like, just eke out one good finish in there, you know? Because otherwise you gotta be consistent every round. But really, the guys who grab a podium in at least a race are in a nice driver's seat. You grab one podium, luck your way into one podium like I do. Then you just, you know, got to grab some points here or there. Grab some points. I only did the podium part. I had sucked at the point part after that. Early 5th. I haven't been doing that there. I've been probably wasting a lot of fuel for not a lot of gains. It's a second per liter in the pits for fuel, so obviously this is a big fuel strategy race. It'll be interesting what happens up front and how the pace is set. He's shifting so much earlier than I am. I was getting like mid revs. Should I be shifting earlier? Save more? Maybe that's why I only saved 3 laps. Yeah, I can push pretty far on the mediums as well. It's going to be super interesting because there's so many different strategies, and like the front can dictate pace a little bit if they want, but they're not going to know up front if they're pushing pace and everybody else is sitting back. They're not going to know. You know, it's going to be hard to know if they've saved. If that time they've gained by pushing is going to offset somebody saving, you know? So it's going to be interesting. I do think really quick guys, if they wanted to push, could maybe make that slow fuel load work if you're that much faster. But you really got to be that much faster than the next guy with you on a different strategy. So it'll be fun. There's so many strategies that can happen here. So many. All right, let's mediums have been my biggest. I focus the most on mediums. Medium soft hards have been what we focused on. I think medium pace and fuel is going to be, I think, the biggest factor. Now, I don't have a shot at winning this, but I still think even for the fast guys, it's going to be a factor what their medium pace is and what their fuel save is. And staying out of trouble. Staying out of trouble is probably the biggest one, let's be honest. Yeah, I'll probably be around, my guess, a little bit's going to be playing by ear. My guess is 25, 26. Medium. I'm really going to see how it plays out. The other thing that's interesting is how the wind affects lap times. I've had some pretty brutal wind in practice, so it's really hard to even know what my probably 2. I'm not. I think I'm gonna start on 2. I might play around with it depending on what the beginning of the race looks like and the start. But that's why I think I'm going to start there. Like I said, I kind of been pretty flexible in my practice. I don't know if I should change up my shifting at this point. I mean, I might have picked that up for better fuel saving, but also, will it screw up my pace now that I'm trying to practice it too late? Because I already feel different on my pace messing with my shifting. I know it's going to save more fuel upshifting early like that, but... Woof. Just have to try to be conscious to shifting. Where I can a little earlier. I'm going to use these laps though. We got a little under a half an hour here to try to get used to these new, shouldn't say new, but different shifting points. That time is way off from my times. I just came from a solo practice lobby. That basically had this same win. And I was a second faster than that. Although maybe the track temps could be different and such, but... I am chatting a lot, which slows down my times considerably. Oh, the rumble's wild on this car track combo. Oh, do not hit the orange guy. So much tire spin though. Started reading that whole thing while I was turning the corner. Bad timing for me to read, but man, Division B is getting tough. It's tough. Tough. It's a good challenge, but it's definitely tough. And there's definitely lots of people who want to keep racing in the NRL. To where, you know, it's more work. And I think I heard something that he might just, it might be a more of like an offline type thing. Not streamed, because the streams are already long. And we might just kind of get the same, maybe one of the same races in the same week or something, if I remember right. Because, yeah, putting more work on him is definitely probably not what he's looking to do, but if it's some easy solution like that. Missed my turn in a little bit. Put me wide there. Oopsies. Yeah, that's what I thought. Copy paste, and I think he said, you know, it might not be live streamed, but he could still put it on, which would still be fun. And it would really give, honestly, Division B racers more chance to practice with people during the week. Because sometimes these practices they're getting to the point where it's now like teams have joined, right? There's a decent amount of players from each team, and they'll just practice on their own. So, you know, the more... That's the one thing I love about qualifying week, is the same thing, you know? It's a really bad lap. that. Hey, thanks, Arrow. No problem, Arrow. I'm gonna be super quiet during the race anyway, so even during practice, I've just noticed when I'm chatting, I lose like a half a second almost. Even though it feels like you're doing the same thing. You just miss the teeniest little bit, and in these cars, it's tough. Plus, nothing beats the live broadcast. They talk crap and Hovercraft comes out here and drops a 25-1. I mean, Hovercraft talked the crap and somebody said something back to him about prove it. Touché, Hovercraft, touché. Good stuff. Ooh, Labio, that's why Papa left. Thanks, Johnny. Well, yeah, it is 10 minutes, huh? Time flies when you're having fun. I was hoping to close this gap a little bit on Stumpy just to get a little more dirty air run. But hey, CC, what's going on, man? Alright. Since Stumpy left, I was hoping to just do a little little bit of dirty air following there, but because dirty air is a thing here. Lobby is open. Room D. C. Hope you guys are ready for a silent stream. You guys are welcome to chat. But let me tell you, I'm not going to be answering and talking too many questions. Well done. Well done. Cool. I do have my livery on, correct? Yeah, it's been the right color this whole time. Okay. I haven't got a lot of yard work done yet. I'm actually looking forward to yard work season. I don't love trimming bushes, but we haven't had long enough stretches of nice weather, so. I'm gonna go get a couple more laps in while we're at it, huh? I probably just touched that line. Yeah, whatever. Don't do that during the race. I'm really hoping we can get something like we had last race, where I ended up having a very calm start. Which way's the wind? I wonder if it's going to stay that way. So this wind is... one of those winds going against us here. We'll see if that stays. I haven't practiced getting a pen there at all and taking that chicane different, so that'll be interesting. All right, let's go get a lap in. We're going to get on tires and such. Actually, we can get 2 laps in. I want to practice mediums as long as possible, but... I also don't want to miss putting tires on. What I was saying, though, is I hope this is like last race. Hey, Rob, thanks for dropping in, man. Hope this is like last race where it ended up being... I ended up just being alone by myself for a lot of it. Until I wasn't, but... You gotta remember, when the wind's this way, it really pushes you through these back corners. You gotta brake a little bit earlier. Go get another lap in here. But yeah, anybody who comes in, make sure they see that pin chat. I'm not going to be very active chatting here. And it's going to be a long race. We got 40 laps here. It's just under a minute and a half lap times. We're going to see some 26s, possibly some 25s late in the race. So it'll be a long time, and I will only be chatting to myself when things go sour, or when I'm talking out loud about strategy or something. Oof. I got to remember, you really push there when the wind's this way. The wind really changes these back stretch. If the wind stays, I don't know if he's probably going to reset it again maybe before we go. Yeah, the post about once the race starts, I'll be silent. Do you see that? It should have been pinned. I'm pretty sure I pinned it. I thought I saw it in my chat earlier, or maybe not. It keeps showing on the bottom. Like if you keep chatting, it's like on mobile at least. I don't know where it shows on the computer. Even if it's not pinned, I'll whatever. People can deal with it if I'm silent. Huh. Alright, well, maybe I'll check that out in a second. Or maybe I don't care, we got 4 minutes. I gotta run one more lap here. That back stretch, if the wind stays like this, I want to get a couple... Yeah, deal with it. We're tough guys in here. Obviously, I'm the biggest tough guy there is out there. It struggles with the wind even more to turn in there. I was hoping to get one lap of actually getting a correct way to attack it. It's a little bit better. I lost a little pace there, but it really does affect the back when the wind is this way going with you. It really pushes you. You can get into this chicane when the wind is in your face later, which is nice. Alright, let's just finish this lap and we'll go in. Finally hit the chicane okay. All right. I'm going to chill for a bit, even though the live broadcast hasn't started yet, so it's technically going to be a little bit. It's noon race time, but really it's noon, he goes live. We'll probably start about 12:10, so I really do have a little bit of extra time here, but let's just change to these. Let's go run a little bit of laps on these, huh? Hey, thanks, Hansi. We're gonna try. Thanks, TKs. Hey, Papa. Good luck, man. We'll see you out there. You too. You too. Woo! Real deep. She said. Probably not. We're gonna pretend though. God, this thing just absolutely, the G29 chatters with this combo. This is the most consecutive laps I've done with the hards, so I didn't even put up consecutive laps with hards. I just each time ran them in my practice race. We ain't staying on them long. I can make the mediums. I mean, well, no, with the way I'm starting, it doesn't really matter. Because if I get damage on the hards, I'm obviously going off of them and just trying to stay clean. So it doesn't matter. The only way I'll need a long hard run is long and hard is if we get back-to-back damage laps, say on hards and then on mediums, and I gotta make them last a long time. But my race is screwed at that point anyway, so what does it matter, you know? No strategy from the back if I get damage on hards and mediums is going to bring me to the front. So at that point, we'll put on hards and just cruise around until I can do softs or something. Hards push through this stuff. Got to brake earlier on these things. Well, we don't get called sugar shuffles around here for nothing. .12:03. I still expect. Hey, Sheldo. Thank you. You too, man. I'm hoping for your sake I don't see you much. You guys should be in the fast pack, and I'm just going to try to beat this middle pack. A lot has to go wrong for me to be with the fast guys today. But I do think I can, if I run well, don't screw up, have a nice run. I do think a quality finish isn't out of the cards. I just am realistic that the fast guys, I'd have a lot of them have to screw up. A lot of Sheldos have to screw up here. Felmora and Cole, Corridor, they all, Sim, Sean, they got to screw up a lot. Like, we're in the finals now, you know? Now, if I would be starting where I should have without self-inflicted pain, let's go, we're going to go into the pits here. I want to practice going in a couple times. Get my spot down. It's hard to see through all this red stuff. I know I have more time I can gain on that too, but it is what it is. Pit entry, pit exit. I feel confident enough because I'm in the back of the pack at my start, so I'm not too worried about the start, to be honest. Stay out in those pebbles. Know these are going to be dirty tires. Practice some of those little things, because those little things have been what have been my Achilles heel this season. So they've never been my Achilles heel before, but they have this year. I haven't practiced them all day, so it's good to practice them now. I have practiced them this week, obviously, but just Not today. It's kind of like running these hards. I haven't practiced them today. I'm not as worried about the softs. Alright, thank you, man. Just a fun little Saturday, you know, trimming bushes, trips to the grocery store. Take care. A lot smoother coming out last time. Don't try to play a hero there. Hey, Island. Thank you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry you were in A Division, so you can't join us today. Although there's a shot, if you joined us today, myself or Stumpy wouldn't be here, so... Pedals are shifting a little bit, which isn't fun. They need to be tightened. Hey, I've been there. Remember when you used to get to choose divisions? I chose A, which there's a lot less people. But I chose A to challenge myself, and yeah, that was a challenge. That's right, that's right. That was you had your last stream in that room. Saw that. Just didn't get to come chat. God, I hate these hards so much. I mean, pretty cool to qualify for A, though. You know. I mean, I'd be super jacked and stoked about that. You knew when it happened you were screwed for races, but, you know, that's still super cool to qualify for. Well, that's good. Moving in general sucks, so... That's all it takes. And then you got anything... I was going to go pit. You got anything else going on, you know, it's just added, so... Hang in there. You'll be settled soon, you know? Oh... Yeah, I actually honestly thought I could accidentally squeak in to A, which I almost did on Friday because it was at Road Atlanta. I'm like, this isn't good. The season's not going to go well, but Oh, sorry, Caper. I was going to practice going into the pits again, but I'm just going to park it. We're just going to park it. They got to be probably close to... I should really make sure I make it out of the pit safe without hitting somebody, though, first before I park it. Holy crap, just heard my kids. Absolutely. Where is the thanks for the race? There we go. Hey, appreciate it, Wheelie. Oh. It's one of those weird days where I can hear the kids running. Normally, I am not playing in racing when they're awake. It's very rare. This race, if I make the finals, is one of the only times they're running around and I can hear them through my headphones. I can still hear them stomping upstairs. It's a weird feeling because I'm so used to being up there. Look at me down here. It's a me. It's a Mario. Also, there is different weather in the middle. It starts the same. It starts the same. Sorry. It starts the same and ends the same with I forgot which weather, but there's like 3 of them in the middle, maybe even 4 that are random. It can't rain here, but I ran a bunch of practice laps and refreshed the lobby a lot. I didn't get a lot of cloudy like this. So that'll be interesting too, because that'll make it colder, and obviously braking spots are going to be affected by that too. If this is how it goes. Again, he's going to reset this once the broadcast is ready. We'll be resetting, so. No, you're all good, Wheelie. You have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to be pretty dead silent as soon as this 40-lap race starts, except for murmuring and mumbling stuff to myself. So do not worry about it. I appreciate it. From the back. Let's go, Stumpy. We got this, man. There's no pressure back here, Stumpy. You hopped me and pushed me out. Just squeaked in like I was trying to do, and then I squeaked in by somebody stepping out. So, we got nothing left, nothing to lose. It's house money here, Stumpy. House money. Which Stumpy's in 12th here. I'm in 13th. Who are we missing? It should be 14. Did somebody say they're not going to make it? Man, Rowdy's not here right now. You know, what sucks the most is, 1, Rowdy can't make it. But it's twofold because I hope he's okay. But like, somebody else didn't get to run, right? So that sucks. I assume it was something that came up and it wasn't planned, because most of us let everybody else know if it's planned. So with it not being planned, I'm assuming that hopefully he's all right. It sucks missing though. Sucks. Well, it's one other strategy I don't have to worry about, I guess, if he doesn't show up. But the fun part about this is it seems like during the season, every race, we have one or two missing. Man, some on Saturday, there's a race with 9. There's a race with 9, which is unbelievable. Everybody got points. I think that was a Division A race, too. It's always fun, though, in the finale because we almost always have our full 14. Because we need McNaughty hosts, and then we have hovercraft so they can see broadcast stuff and everything from, flipping through other angles and such. All right, y'all. We're about ready to go. Pretty silent. You'll hear me talking to myself. I appreciate all you guys hanging out here. Again, feel free to watch the live broadcast. Feel free to leave open 2 tabs. Feel free to come back and forth. I don't care either way. Y'all want to see my side of it? Come here, but I'm going to be pretty silent, I'll be honest. I was wondering what Sheldo just asked, if there's going to be a lobby reset, because I figured there was going to be a reset here. All right, no. So it's like we're already into a little bit of the random weather, right? Because, if we don't reset, all that time we just ran on track would be the weather slots. But I don't care either way. It ain't going to affect me. Those weather slots didn't mean anything except that there's just going to be an adjustment to possibly how you were going to drive. To some of the faster guys, it might matter more if they knew what kind of track temp the beginning was, and it's not going to matter to me, but let's get through this first lap clean. Hope we find some space. I'm not going to be super aggressive on the start. I just want to settle in. This is the kind of talking you'll hear. You won't hear me responding to any questions that come up. I probably will talk to myself. It's the thing I do here. We're not going to burn any fuel right now. Okay. Did I get TC1 on? Thank you. Boy, I know I think I went over the line there a little bit to get out of Sheldo's way. I hope we don't get a pen for that, but we might. No pen. Good. So I was hoping for a little more clean air here, but oh, we'll just take that off, huh? Sorry I had that on, Papa. Hopefully you didn't think I was taking a left there. Alright, we gotta settle into that. That was bad. Which way's the wing going? It's pushing me through those, right? No, it's not pushing me through that. That pretty slow. Can hit that a lot faster. Better. Really pushed outside there, though. Oh no. What happened to corridor? Oh, he was the one who had that start in the pits that I saw. It wasn't Shell, though. I just misread the name while we were going. I'm going through that so slow right now. I'm so tentative. If anybody's out there and also on the live broadcast, what are the guys up front doing right now? Is there a lot of does it look like a lot of fuel saving, or what kind of pace they setting? Just curious. That's the hard part about being on your own strategy, is really knowing, you know, are you pushing too hard? Because it's hard to tell, you know, are people damaged? Is that why they're back here? Are they saving? You don't really know. Crew Lab could be saving right now. I don't know. Because, you know, the gains on fuel are pretty big. A liter per second ain't no joke. With that crew lab pace, he's either got significant damage or he's on a much lower fuel mix. I don't really want to fight right now. His pace is just slower than mine. Again, I think it's because he's on a different fuel mix. Enjoyed the little battle though. Krulov was very clean through that. Again, I think he's on a completely different strategy. And it was to his, you know, to his gains to fight a little bit, right? If you're on a different strategy, he slowed mine down a little bit, you know. So fair. It was not dirty or anything. That was very fair. I'll say this is where having a team is a huge plus, right? Those people can be in their ears right now about what everybody else is doing, how you're looking on strat, you know, who's saving fuel, who's saving tires. They can try to watch the broadcast and find that stuff out, right? Well, I'm on one. No. Oh. When did that happen? I swore I switched to 2 right away. Whatever. We got time to save some more. Let's save like this. Oh, go figure. I was talking about the little things before. We'll have to make it up. It's okay. No wonder why I was cruising, though. Trying to switch up to 2. Would you switch up? Definitely cost me some seconds there screwing up that fuel map thing for 9 laps. Or 8.5 laps, I should say. My plan was to be on 2 from the start. I swore I went up to 2, but apparently not. I still saved some though, just for how far I can push. It's not as much as I wanted to save, but it is definitely, I definitely saved some. Mostly on my shifting. Alright, I'm trying to get to 3. Jesus. The toggle is so hard to mess with. I hate it. It should be easier to be able to mess around with stuff. We know Stumpy's likely on a lower fuel mix. Or, I mean, higher, but, you know, slower, but higher. At least that's what his plan was, so that's why we're kind of catching him. Not on one. Not on one. Gosh! This toggle, you have to have the wheel, like, completely straight. Stumpy was faster through the beginning of that sector, but I was better at the end. He flew through that beginning compared to me. He gained a bunch of time. Ooh, I did what he did. A little too deep. Took that way too cautiously. Thanks, Stumpy. I was trying to put my flashers on for you to thank you, but my button just doesn't want to work, so. I respect that. A man who's on his own strategy. God dang it. Tires are definitely wearing a bit. Cannot believe I absolutely nailed that orange curb though. If one of us could just, as soon as one of us takes the lead, we're struggling. Dirty air's real, man. I was hoping to pull away, get back on my saving, but I want to have radar. I'd rather have radar up. I'd rather have radar up than worry about fuel mix. Oh, we went so wide there. Track just, I think, is getting colder. This cloud cover. Messing up my rhythm a little bit. Somebody's way quicker through there than me. Just missing. Cannot turn right now. Whoo! This cloud cover. It's getting me. Need to settle in. Clouds coming when my tires are shot is not fun. We're having to fight through this, boys. Car don't want to turn anymore through there. Look at that, we finally made it through. Fair play to Stumpy. He wasn't even trying to battle me that hard, but I couldn't save during that whole. I mean, I saved, but not like what I was trying to save. That was rough. Literally. I think at this point, since I screwed up my fuel mix early, I'm gonna have to add just a little bit extra, maybe to be safe. Although I did do a lot of fuel map 1 to start by accident, so for the most part, this is what I wanted, though. We've kind of been clean and by ourselves. You know, we've had a few people around. But everybody who's been around, we didn't really battle much with. Kulov and I went back and forth a little bit, respectfully, and didn't have too much of an issue. We had a little bit slower of a lap that lap, but you know. I honestly want Scale in front of me. I don't want to have to worry about passing him because I'm not passing him. I don't know what he just came out on, but he's on fresh tires, and he's faster than me. He's not the race I'm running. It would have been nice if I somehow had the speed to stay with him to grab a little bit of slip saving, but I'm going to come in now. It's either going to be 24 or 25 laps. These tires are feeling it. Let's get no pen. In or out. Let's get no pen. All right, long fuel. So what do you guys want to talk about? I'm really curious what everybody else is on out there for strategy. They still got who's still got a pit? You know, I feel like there's some guys, those top guys might still have to do hards. They might do one hard at the end. Because otherwise we should have had some of the guys come through us, I think, but I don't know. Papa's on the same schedule as me, basically. Just see how much more he has to fuel. I'll put just a teeny bit extra in, just in case. I'm thinking we should be fine on fuel map 2, but, no. Settle in on these softs. What's up, Dom? Thanks, man. We're just trying to make miracles happen from the back here. My bad, digital relay. I went a little deep there. Nothing meant there. I get it. That was hard. My bad. A little deep. I just had way more pace. That was where I had to take it, but I broke too late. Okay, I gotta get my braking points down right now. And don't do that. That's bad. Quick math says I should be good on fuel, right? I was in the middle of that 13th lap, so... Gotta stop messing up that one. Papa's got some pace here at the end, huh? My soft pace just isn't up to par right now, though. I should be pushing all 27s here. And into the 26s, honestly. I was hoping that'd be. I was hoping he had enough pace to get in front of me a little more. I should have let off a little more for him. I thought he was going to have that slipstream long enough to get a wide entry there. I told him to take that. We're struggling right now on our pace, and Papa's got it more than I do. Just need to settle in here. Shouldn't take this long on the softs to settle in, but here we are. Well, I shouldn't be 28 on the softs. Ooh. Oh no, where'd Filmora go? Oh, we're just dropping people like flies right now. Dirty air is so hard when you get close. Ah, that hurt. Last lap, boys. Not enough. GG's, Papa. No, Papa! Did he run out of fuel? Oh no! Oh no, did he run out of fuel? I just ran out of fuel right at the line, literally seconds after Papa, if that's what happened. Oh, I'm gonna have to check out. Oh, Papa, no! I thought at first he was giving me the spot, but I'm like, why do that? Not an NRL. I feel like when I went by, though, I did hear maybe his engine cut out. Oh, what a run from the back, though. Let's go. Absolutely needed that. I am immediately going to check in with Papa here. Only one real run in. A little bit, I feel a little bad for Digital Relay. I pushed him a little wide on that one. I had way more pace, but I still broke a little late. Let's save the replay. Okay. Sean got the dub. Nice work. Let's go see what happened to Papa here in this chat real quick. And we're going to go do some congrats. And let's get out of here, though. I saved the replay, so...
Oh, no, it's a 6. Okay. Ooh, Derby party. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the help this week, Sheldo. Thank you to everybody for being here. Ugh. Man.
Oh, that was so good.
Good Lordy.
Such a good race, guys. Hey, thanks, Arrow. Sorry I missed it.
I ran out about right. Well, you saw where I ran out, RJ. Yeah. 0.5 seconds. That's all it took. Good job. GG's, buddy. Very nice. That out. That was good. Mr. Joe Collins celebrating 26 months of membership.
All right, I gotta go see if Digital is still on.
I'm all right with D6. Yeah.
Why can't I see if Digital's on? Let's go the hard way here. He shared his stream before, so maybe he's not streaming anymore. Oh, he's all done.
Here we go. Hey, Sugar, if you're still out there, appreciate that. Good luck to you too, man. I don't know about you. I am not down with these. With these high horsepower, high down force cars, but it is what it is. All right, let's see. Stream looks like it's working, so I can shut that off now. Cool. All right, I'll keep the.
All right. Now that we're back. Check me in chat. Let me just do this here quick. I'm going to go and obviously most people here know where this is live over on McNaughty Gaming, but I'm going to go and grab, let's see, share, copy link. I'm going to go and grab that, put that in my chat. Make sure to head over there. I'm going to be over there a little bit. I am about ready to spend a bunch of time with my family. But I'm going to check in on this Division A race here or there. So here's the link. Make sure you go over there. Say hi. And that was fun. Until the next time, you guys were awesome. Thanks for watching along and lurking there and dropping all those likes. I really appreciate it. Until next time, you guys take care. Peace.